Hello everyone, today I wanted to share my experience with mini split units. 3.5 months passed since we installed mini split units, and I just wanted to say, something about our experience, things that we noticed so far. So, first of all, I wanted to mention our electricity bill definitely went down. It went down for about $100. It used to be around 350, and now the highest bill we had with this was 200 a month, and that is I'm talking about 3 internal inverters, and they're running nonstop. So $200 a month max for 3 inverters running 24/7 is absolutely incredible. I mean, we are beyond delighted. So we noticed definitely, so number one, we noticed difference in electrical bill. So that's a very, very pleasant surprise. Another thing we noticed is the air quality. The air quality improved dramatically since we installed these inverters. We used to have American standard AC system with duct system, and we constantly had allergies. We had a hard time breathing, like sinus problems, and our lungs were hurting, cough. Then like at night we would be having this very like awkward feeling in the lungs, like kind of like you're choking, and it was awful. It was very hard to breathe, and we couldn't figure out why we kept having lung pain and headaches and sinus pain. And when we pulled out all the duct system out of our attic, we were shocked. Like when we realized how much mold there was in all those ducts, it was beyond shocking. So, like whenever we would turn on the heat, I mean, it was like somebody is like cutting into your lungs. It was so painful, and we just couldn't figure out why we were having constant allergies and lung and breathing problems. And ever since we removed the entire duct system and everything related to it, I mean, the air quality in the house improved dramatically. And this mini splits they keep the air so clean. It's incredible. Like we never had such clean air and so much freshness in the house, ever before. And we used to replace filters all the time, and we were buying new filters for standard American AC system, but nothing was helping. There was always some kind of stench in the house, and it was just very, very painful to breathe in the house. So anyway, so these mini splits are phenomenal. I mean, like I leave them on the humidifier option when I go to work, and when I come back, I walk into my house, and the air feels so incredibly fresh and clean. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. I mean, like it's beyond comparison. Like there's basically we cannot even compare with what we were dealing with, with standard American AC system and mini split system. So we are absolutely beyond words delighted with the mini split system. So definitely, so that's very, very, very big improvement in the internal air quality. So basically, like I mentioned, like we noticed a big reduction in electrical bill, the internal air quality, the noise. I mean, this thing, this is the loudest it gets. It is incredibly quiet. I mean, this is so quiet that sometimes you have to, when you put it like on low setting, you have to actually stand below it and try to, put a lot of effort into trying to hear if something is actually, blowing or coming out of it, because it's so quiet. And when we had people come over, they were curious to see how it works. And then, we turn it on. And then they keep asking, well, can you turn it on? I'm like, well, it's on. Well, I can't hear anything. Well, yes, but it's on. So, it's very, very quiet. So, with American Standard System and all the duct work, we were constantly hearing this very noisy whooshing sound coming from all the ductwork, and the condenser was beyond words loud. I mean, it was as loud as a helicopter. It's like, imagine if you had like a jet plane in your yard, and you were trying to talk to somebody, and you can't hear your own thoughts. That's how horribly loud it was. I mean, we could not sleep inside of the house, how loud that thing was in the yard. I mean, that was, the condenser. So it was loud outside, it was loud inside. So that's, I mean, the change is amazing. This thing is so quiet, it's incredible. And then another thing is the airflow. I mean, the airflow with these things, you can set it up, so that it blows to the left, right, up and down, all around. It's amazing. You like, for example, if you want to direct the airflow toward one part of the room, you set it up that way. You want another part of the room, you want to go straight, you like whatever you want. It's awesome. You can also, because there are multiple inverters inside of the home, you can set, like, for example, one room, you can turn it on or off. You can set your own temperatures. So, like, for example, if you have somebody who prefers a cooler, they can set their own temperature. And, everybody can have their own temperature depending on what room they use. So that's really a great thing about that. Like you know how it is when you live in the same house with different people. Somebody prefers cooler, somebody prefers warmer, and with standard American AC system, it's kind of awkward, because whatever you set it on, whatever temperatures you set up, that's what everybody's going to get. Like every single room is going to get the same temperature. With this, you're independent. You can have your own room with whatever temperatures you want. So that's another benefit. And another benefit I wanted to talk about is the convenience of installation. This thing is so incredibly simple to install. I mean, this is absolutely phenomenal. You can, as you can see here, you can just hook it up on your wall. So what we have here, I do apologize for the background, but we are in the middle of remodeling, so we put it directly on the concrete block wall. And that's it. That's it. You hook it up, you hang it there. That's it. You don't need to stretch all the ductwork and like crawl through your attic and all the craziness with unbelievable unbelievably complex ductwork systems. You just hook it up. It hangs on the wall. That's it. Nothing else. That's all you need to do. So then another benefit is there's no ductwork. This is it. This is it. These things, you just have two copper pipes that come out of it, and they connect the inverter with a condenser, the outside unit, and that's it. That's it. No ductwork. So another reason we did mini split system is because we want to do vaulted ceilings, because we are remodeling the house, and we are installing vaulted ceilings in the house. So architect was worried about how we were going to, deal with ductwork system, and what are we going to do with it, and how are we going to stretch, these ductworks throughout the house if we're doing vaulted ceilings, and blah, blah, blah. It's going to be more complicated, cost more money, and, all of that stuff. So we just decided to buy inverters, and you hang it on the wall and you're done. You never have to worry about ductwork. You can create vaulted ceilings. You can do whatever the heck you want with your ceiling, roof. You don't even have to have ceiling. That's what we currently don't have a ceiling, because we're in the middle of remodeling. But, so we are installing vaulted ceilings, so no worry about any ductwork whatsoever. Simple, easy, done deal, right? So that's... those are, some of the benefits that I wanted to mention to you. I mean, ever since we got these inverters, our life has improved for the better in so many ways. Our health improved, our electricity bill went down. I mean, the noise got lower. Everything is so much better, and these things are so powerful you would not believe. Just this one unit is keeping entire living room with kitchen, and we have a huge kitchen which is currently also being remodeled, vaulted ceiling throughout the house, and it's keeping it all cool, and I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, we used to have all these incredibly complex ductwork systems throughout the attic, and our AC unit kept running and running and running and running, and it could never cool it off. It could never, it could not heat up the house. It was just painful. It just kept running and running and running, and we just kept paying electricity, and we were sweating and sweating. I mean, you could not keep up. So this one little unit is basically doing the work of the entire ductwork system inside of our home. Incredible, absolutely incredible. So those are just some of the benefits that I wanted to mention to you that we noticed using mini split systems. And now I just wanted to tell you what we got. Okay, so I wanted to tell you what type of model we got. We decided to purchase Mitsubishi, and the reason behind that was because, the fact is Mitsubishi and Toshiba are the best, absolutely the best. Like if you go online and you research noise levels of, like Mitsubishi, Toshiba in comparison to other mini split manufacturers, I mean, these guys are absolutely, the quietest, absolutely the best of the best. So initially we wanted to buy Toshiba, but unfortunately in the United States, you cannot just go and purchase Toshiba by yourself. You actually have to go through an installer, and when I called around for quotes, I was getting absolutely ridiculous quotes, like $22,000, $25,000, and the lowest one was I think like $15,000 for 3 inverters. It was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So I said like, no, thank you. And then I started researching Mitsubishi, and I ordered Mitsubishi through a company called AC Wholesalers. They are based in Miami, Florida. They were absolutely phenomenal. I love this company. I gave them a call, and I gave them square footage of our house. And they were like, hey, no problem, this is what you would need based on the square footage of your house. These are the units that you will need. I'm like, okay, great. When do you want them shipped? And that was it. So for 3 internal heads of Mitsubishi, so basically 3 internal heads, meaning 3 inverters and condenser, we paid $4,500. Now what we got was kind of a very powerful, we got 36,000 BTU system with 3 internal heads. 2 inverters are 9,000 BTUs and 1 is 18,000 BTUs. So the model I got was MSZGL09NA, then MXZ4C36NA2. If you want to look it up on their site. So I'm beyond words thrilled with AC Wholesalers. I just gave them a call, paid with my credit card, and they shipped us a condenser with 3 inverters in mail, and you get a warranty on it. So if you get an electrician to install your unit, you will get 10 years of warranty that you go to Mitsubishi site, you fill it out, and that's it. So what we ended up paying was about $4,500 for 36,000 BTU system with 3 inverters. And we paid about $1,500 for all the the copper pipes that come with it, the pipes and the installation parts that you will need to install your system. So that was it, out of all those ridiculous quotes that I was getting, like 15,000, 22,000, 25,000. Then I had a guy who asked me, why in the world would you want to install a mini split system? That's only for multi-million-dollar mansions and beach community houses. I'm like, why would I need to live in a multi-million-dollar mansion, in the beach community if I want to have mini split system in my house? That's just ridiculous. So they were like, oh, it's impossible to install, it's so complicated, oh, it's the worst of the worst to install, and blah blah blah. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I mean, the bullshit you're gonna hear from these companies is beyond words. So get ready for it. If you're going to call around asking these AC companies to quote you for installing mini split system, you're going to hear unbelievable bullshit. All right, so that's why I'm telling you, call AC wholesalers, and I'm sure there's other companies that distribute Mitsubishi system. So just give them a call, place order, get your system and install it yourself. Because if you're handy, if not, just get an electrician, and I'm sure you can find somebody who is reasonable, normal human being who's not going to charge you $25,000 to install inverter. So all right, so basically this is what the 9,000 BTU unit looks like. And this is how it looks like when you open the cover. So I just wanted to show you how it looks like on the inside. So this is the filter, and this little thing in the middle is a special air cleaning filter thingy that you can put like right in the middle, or you don't have to use it. So this filter can be removed. As you can see, you just pull it out, and you can wash it under water, clean it, and put it back in. All right, and you have two of those. So 9,000 BTU unit is kind of a standard unit for an average sized room. Okay, so you never have to buy filters ever again, unlike with standard American AC system. You're done. You're done. You don't have to buy a single filter ever again. It's so simple. And you close this cover. And that's it. So that's our Mitsubishi system. This is how it looks like when it's closed. This is the little receiver section. That's where it gets its signal. And it comes with the remote. Each inverter has its own remote that you can, use to set up your own, the setting you want. And as you can see, there are copper pipes. So we are currently, as I mentioned, in the middle of remodeling, so we will be removing these units again when we start plastering internal walls. So it is what it is now. It looks, kind of be strange, but, it works. And I wanted to show you the remote. I don't know if you can see. So this is how, not the lighting is a little bit weird, but this is how remote looks like. Okay, so you have different modes. You have fan, the angles. You can set up your angles. It has different functions, but let me just show you. So the main functions are basically, this is dehumidifier, auto setting for dehumidifier, the heat. This is kind of like an auto setting fan, the cooling, and dehumidifier again. So currently I have it on dehumidifier settings because it's extremely humid in Florida today. So this is so cool because you can do like an auto setting that turns on and off when you want it, and there's so many things you can do with this remote. So it comes with instructions, a little booklet, and everything. And that's it. So I mean, this is just a little short overview of mini split system that we got, and I'm gonna also show you the outside condenser unit. So as you can see, it's on the humidifier setting. It's extremely quiet. You can barely hear anything. It keeps the house very fresh, and it cools it off and it pulls all the moisture out. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you the condenser unit. All right, you guys, so we are standing in front of the 36,000 BTU condenser Mitsubishi unit, and this is how it looks like. So currently the internal heads or inverters are on the humidifier setting. So as you can see, it is working, but it's incredibly quiet. I mean, this thing is so quiet when you have it on cooling or heating. It's so quiet. I mean, it's incredible. So I wanted to show you the back side. This is where copper pipes get hooked up to. So basically, depending on how many inverters you have, that's how many these plugins you will have. So that's it. I mean, this thing is incredibly quiet, incredibly efficient. It's incredible, absolutely. Like what we had previously was so loud that you could not stand next to the wall on the inside of the house, how loud it was. And this thing you can barely hear. Like sometimes when I'm standing next to it, I can barely hear it. So my chicken is now louder than this unit. And it used to be the standard American system we had was so loud that I could not hear my own thoughts standing next to it. Definitely wouldn't be able to hear my chicken. All right, so what do you think about this AC? Huh? You like it too? It's more quiet. Yeah, now you can stand next to it and yell and actually be heard, right? Yeah. All right. Yeah, she agrees. That's Becky, by the way. Okay, so that's how the 36,000 BTU system looks like. We are beyond words delighted with this system, and we love it so much. I would definitely recommend to anyone to get mini split system. If you're planning on getting the new AC. So absolutely phenomenal. Very, 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 very happy. All right, you guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. Apologies for the background, remodeling in process. So we have, we're working on all this stuff in the background, and, all these piles of all kinds of stuff that you can see. So anyway, all right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I will keep you posted about, our experience with the mini split system. All right, bye.